right, so let's dive right in. You've made it. You've gotten through the screenings. You've aced the technical rounds, and now you're face to face with the final boss, the last product manager interview. This is it. This is where the game is won or lost.
You know, the biggest mistake I see candidates make at this stage is just rehashing their resume. But the winning move? It's not about your past. It's about proving your future value. It's about showing them, not just telling them.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It can feel totally impossible. I mean, you don't have their internal data, you haven't seen their secret roadmaps, you can't just talk to their teams, so how could you possibly prove what you'll do from day one? Well, believe it or not, there's a way. Okay, let's get one thing straight. That final interview, it's not just another checkbox for your experience. They already know what's on your resume. This round is all about seeing if you can think like a partner, like a leader, like a true product owner, right from the get-go.
Just put yourself in the hiring manager's shoes for a second. They've probably seen dozens of qualified people. So the person who really stands out is the one who stops talking about their old projects and starts outlining how they're going to tackle this company's challenges. They're the one who presents a real vision.
To actually deliver that vision, first, you've got to understand what that interviewer is really looking for. It's not about getting some right answer. It's about showing them a very specific set of PM skills and instincts. They want to see if you can take a big, messy, ambiguous problem and give it some structure. They're testing your business instincts, like, can you make smart calls with limited information? And here's a big one. They want a driver, not a passenger. Someone who pushes the conversation forward, not just someone who answers questions. They're looking for that analytical spark that can turn messy data into a clear, confident recommendation.
Okay, so how do you show them all of that in a single one-hour interview? You come prepared with a secret weapon. This one document is basically designed to hit every single one of those points. It's called the 30-60-90-day plan.
Now, this isn't some weird trick. It's a totally professional framework that's used across all kinds of industries. It's just a concise one-page document that maps out what you plan to accomplish in your first 30, 60, and 90 days on the job.
And this is the most important part. The plan itself is great, but its real power is that it shows off your entire thought process. It proves you're strategic, it proves you've done your homework, and it proves you are ready to add value from day one.
So let's get practical. How do you actually build one of these things? We're going to break it down into 3 distinct, super actionable phases.
Okay, phase 1. Let's start with your first 30 days. This is the foundation. Look, no one expects you to come in and revolutionize the company in your first month. In fact, that would probably be a red flag. This whole phase is about absorbing information. You're like a detective, just gathering clues. You're understanding the team, the processes, the metrics, the culture, all without any bias.
All right, let's move into month 2. The learning definitely continues, but now your role starts to shift a little bit.
Now that you have some context, you start to contribute. This is where you find a small, quick win. Maybe it's suggesting an improvement to the team's sprint planning. Or maybe you offer to help write the requirements for a minor feature. You're showing that you're shifting from just learning to actually doing.
And finally, we've got the third month. This is where you really start to solidify your place on the team.
By day 90, the goal is to demonstrate leadership. You're not just contributing anymore, you're taking ownership. You could be leading a feature, presenting your findings to stakeholders, and even starting to set goals for the next quarter.
So if you put it all together, you can see this really clear progression. The first month is all about learning, meeting people, getting the lay of the land. The second is about contributing, finding that small win to build momentum. And by the third month, you're leading. You're owning a feature. This isn't just a list of tasks, it's a strategic path to making a real impact. And it shows the hiring manager that you get it. You know how to onboard effectively. You know, the logic here is so powerful because it mirrors the actual product lifecycle. Your first 30 days, that's basically the research and planning phase. The next 60, that's your design, implement, and test. And by day 90, you're moving toward a release. When you present your plan this way, you're proving you already think like a product manager.
Now, creating a plan is one thing. Creating a great plan is something else entirely. A lot of people try this and, well, they fail because they fall into some really common traps. Let's make sure you avoid them.
Let's quickly walk through these because any one of them can sink an otherwise awesome plan. First, don't just list tasks. Every goal needs a clear hypothesis, the why. Why will this action drive this outcome? Next, make sure your plan connects directly to the company's mission. Show them you understand the big picture. Third, communicate it clearly. A confusing plan is a useless plan. Fourth, and this is so crucial, focus on what you will do. Use I, not we. They're hiring you, not your old team. And finally, please do your homework. A generic plan that could apply to any company is honestly worse than having no plan at all.
At the end of the day, every single point in your plan should send one clear message. I've done the research, I understand the challenges, and I have a thoughtful strategy to start contributing immediately.
I mean, just look at the difference this makes. Without a plan, you're just another candidate talking about your past. But with a plan, you're a potential partner, and you're outlining the future. You're not waiting for them to give you direction, you're showing initiative. It completely reframes the entire conversation. So, which candidate would you hire?
Okay, so here are your takeaways. You can start this whole process right now. First, really research the company's goals and what their product challenges are. Second, draft a simple, one-page plan. Third, make sure what you're proposing actually aligns with what a PM does at that specific company. And finally, practice presenting it. You should be able to walk someone through it in under 2 minutes, nice and concise.
So I'll leave you with this one question to get you started building your own plan. Forget all the tasks for just a moment. If you got the job, what is the single most important outcome you would commit to delivering in your first 90 days? Your answer to that question, well, that's the heart of your winning plan.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like.